We begin our report along the U.S.-Mexico border. CBS News has learned President Biden will issue an executive order this week that would partially shut down asylum processing. The action will allow officials to turn away migrants that enter the U.S. illegally without hearing their asylum claims. It will use the same presidential authority that was used by then-President Trump in 2017 to issue his so-called travel ban, which barred people from several Muslim-majority countries from entering the U.S. CBS News immigration and politics reporter Camilo Montoya-Galvez joins me now. So, Camilo, how will this executive order work?
Hi, John. This will be a massive shift in policy here along the U.S.-Mexico border. President Biden is expected to invoke his executive authority to try to suspend asylum processing between official border crossings here along the U.S.-Mexico border. That would be triggered after daily illegal crossings surpass 2,500, John, meaning that this executive order will certainly take effect immediately after being issued, because over the past 4 weeks, Border Patrol has been apprehending an average of 3,800 migrants each day across the U.S.-Mexico border. It will allow U.S. immigration officials, John, to quickly deport migrants back to Mexico or to their home countries without processing their asylum claims. And this effectively will suspend U.S. asylum law between ports of entry. Importantly, asylum processing, John, will continue at official ports of entry. Those are the international bridges that facilitate legal trade and travel. Also, unaccompanied children, we are told, will be exempt. This, again, will be a seismic shift in policy here at the border, but I do have to underscore, John, that it is likely to be challenged in federal court.
Camilo, before we get to the seismic shift and reversal for President Biden, just one more detailed question. Does this mean that it stops once it gets to 2,500 every day, or it stops and then doesn't get turned on again at these non-points of entry for some period of time?
Once Border Patrol apprehensions reach that threshold, John, the U.S. will be able to say that the country is essentially full in terms of asylum claims, and it will bar asylum requests between ports of entry. 1,500 people will still be allowed to request asylum at official border crossings per day, but people who cross the border illegally, the Rio Grande in Texas, or the desert in New Mexico, Arizona, and California illegally, will be barred from claiming asylum in the U.S. And that asylum shutdown, that partial asylum ban, will not be lifted, John, we are told, until illegal border crossings fall below 1,500.
And Camilo, you mentioned that this is such a reversal for the Biden administration. How do they defend or explain this change and why it's necessary now?
This is a critical question, John. Soon after taking office in 2021, President Biden promised to restore the U.S. asylum system, and he strongly criticized Trump administration policies that he denounced as draconian and inhumane. But 3 years later, the administration and President Biden, they are finding themselves, John, embracing drastic limits on asylum because of the unprecedented migration crisis here along the U.S.-Mexico border. In each of the past 2 fiscal years, Border Patrol has recorded over 2 million migrant apprehensions. That has created not only a humanitarian crisis for the Biden administration, but also a political headache for President Biden going into his re-election campaign. So while this move may well be struck down in court, John, it could send a strong political message for the administration, as President Biden hopes to convey that he is taking a stronger, tougher stance here at the border.
Camilo Montoya-Galvez in windy El Paso, Texas. Thank you, Camilo.